Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. For those who don't know me, my name is Cecilia Magaña. I'm with the Soul Ballroom Dance Studio. In today's lesson, we're actually going to be mostly on the floor, some stuff standing up, but we're going to be focusing more on legs. And as discretion, make sure you do within your limits. I don't want anyone to hurt themselves because remember, it's not about hurting yourself, it's just to improve strength and flexibility. And I am not looking for height. So I just want to make sure that you guys are doing it with the best turnout you can do, your legs straight, your toes pointed, and just as far up as you can go. Okay? Whatever you can give me, I will take that, okay? So let me set up my laptop onto the floor and we will begin. Okay, this should do. Bring the carpet a little bit further back. Awesome. I will put a little bit of music. Just enough so you can hear me and the music. Okay, so we're gonna work on leg stretches and only leg stretches. So we're gonna just do some of the basic normal stretches that we do in my ballet class, and then we're gonna be mostly on our backs to do the leg stretches. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. If there's anything you can't do, don't worry. I would just invite you to look at what I do, study it, and that will help you understand the mechanics behind it, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is help release the joints here on our hip area. So just flat for a few minutes, okay? For me, I actually can feel my hips moving. Like I can actually visualize the hips going like this, like where the joint in my femur is just going up and down. Okay, and that's what we want to do. We want to loosen it. Remember our joints, there's fluid, there's air. You have to release that. That way it can be more flexible. So I'm gonna let that move around. Make it bigger. When you're ready, pushing down to increase more flexibility. Now, if you're already here, you can always push yourself a little bit more, but remember, doing this without hurting yourself. Okay? We're going to actually, we're going to go into split, and then we'll go back with our legs straight, just so we can keep working on our hips. So make sure you're completely sitting down, back straight. Make sure your kneecaps are not rolling in. So if you can see my foot, this is what an improper split position would be if I can see that part of your foot. I should be able to see your legs completely straight or seeing more of the inside of your foot. Okay? So stretch that out. If you want to work more on your flexibility here, you can always use a wall and just pushing yourself forward until you're basically flat against the wall. Okay, so just take a moment to stand there. Just let that stretch happen right here. You can stretch a little bit, your back, moving your feet. So remember, in today's lesson, it's going to be more about legs and less about feet, but you always need to make sure you have proper foot alignment too. So nothing, no sickling in, no sickling too much out, just as straight as you can. Okay, now for our legs. So we're going to work on that rotation movement here. Okay, so I'm not moving from my foot, rather I'm thinking movement from my thighs, and even more so from your inner hip area. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep our legs pointed, heels facing the inside of your foot, facing up. And as high as you can, lift it. And if you can count, 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. Okay? Don't clench too much. So don't feel like your knee is clenching too much, your feet, your thigh. Just think of someone pulling from the top of your feet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And as a challenge, what you can do is that every time you try to go higher. And a trick for height is that the higher you look up and imagine your foot hitting that, the higher your leg will go. It's the same thing with singing. A technique they told me that if you imagine a hollow space here, singing through there, and if you think of going a note higher than you actually want to go, you'll actually hit that note. So if I wanted to sing ah, I need to think ah a little bit higher, and I will hit it. So just go ahead and do a couple of these. Remember, you don't have to do them too fast. Take your time. I would suggest the slower you do it, the more it's going to hurt, but in a good way, and you'll be actually stretching more. All right, now that we did that, I'm going to do it through a passe. So this leg will not move at all. I'm going to go up into a passe. Make sure your knee is not up. I want to try to get it as flat as possible. And I'm going to use my arms to demonstrate. So I'm going to keep my hand flat, lift my foot, and it's going to drag all the way up, and then it's going to drag all the way down to straight. Okay, and then the other side. All the way flat to lift, flat to down. And it doesn't have to be that high like I did. You can do it here, 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 down. The idea is to come up already flat, so as flat as you can go, and have your foot lead, not your leg. Okay, your foot has its mind of its own. It drags out, back in, and down. Up. If you feel like your knee keeps coming up, you can actually push down. Push it down. Okay? So go ahead and do a couple of these. Very good. Now this next one, do it at the height you can do. If you can't grab it from your ankle, grab it from your calf. You can grab it from your calf, grab it from your knee. You can't grab it from there, grab it from your thigh. What you're gonna do, you're gonna pull it up as straight as you can and as high as you can, keeping sure that you're not straight like this, rather turn out. Let me just lift my sleeves a little bit. And as high as you can go. You can use both hands, you can use one hand, but see, I can see the inside of my heel, pointing my toe, turning out from here, from my hip and my calf, thigh area. As high as you can. From there, you're gonna move it, and see, my foot has not changed position. It's still there. Okay, making sure that knee is straight. Bringing it back forward, bringing it back out. Other leg, forward, open it, forward, open it, forward, open, forward. Very good. All right, so we're gonna get to the next part. Okay, you're gonna keep your knees bent. Bring one leg over into a very straight line, and then push your knee downward. So you're gonna be working right here onto the side of your thigh. So really what we're working on besides leg is hips and glutes. Because you're gonna feel some pain there, but that means that you're working hard enough and that you're moving your leg in the right direction. And it's very good to stretch these areas because then we start getting cramps and knee problems. So stretch the other leg, bring the knee down. Just imagine dead weight, just pulling down, gravity doing its work. Pushing, pushing, pushing down. Very good. Now we're going to go on to our backs. We're going to do some of those same stretches again. So have your knee bent. You grab one leg and bring it to your opposite side towards your opposite shoulder. So you should feel some stretching going up from your glute to halfway through your thigh from the side. And other leg, opposite. And now for this one, I'm going to cross it. And then you're going to bring your leg up, pulling it towards you. Let's hold it for a second. And we switch, pull up, hold it for a few minutes or seconds. Very good. Okay, so next thing, and I will turn my head this way so you can see my legs. But what we'll be working on is endurance and then stretching, okay? So keep your arms right under your glutes or to the side, whatever's comfortable for you. Keep those legs flat. So it'll be endurance and strength. So you're going to try to lift them as high as you can and back down and back up. So we're also working on abs, but this is also leg work. Go ahead and do this a couple of times. Once you did this for a couple of times, what you're going to do is come up and we're going to do jumps in the air. So you're going to go into a fifth position. You're going to straighten it with your toes pointed. I know you can't see, but just bear with me. So you're going to keep your toes pointed, switch, and flat down. So let me get the camera set up so you can see my legs better. So right about there, you should be able to see my legs. Let's see. So there you go, you can see my feet. Okay, so flat, up, switch, down, point, switch, down, point, switch, down, point, switch. Yeah, really imagine you're pushing off and that you can jump super high. Switch, 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 switch. You should feel some on your calves, but if you're doing it right, you should feel it more on your feet. Okay, after that, you can relax by just letting your legs dangle for a little bit, letting blood circulate to your feet. Okay, so next one, we're just going to switch. Now, also make sure you're not doing this with your feet, rather you're turning away from each other. So just switch and switch. Switch and switch. You should feel your inner thighs working really hard because you have to think like that hinge we talked about in the previous class. This is a hinge, okay? It's moving side to side. So that's what you're doing with your thighs. You're moving side to side, away from each other. Very good. Relax your legs for a minute. Relax, breathe. If you need to get some water, go ahead and get some water. Whatever you need to do to Make sure you can endure, be safe, and do the best in your stretches. So for this next one, you're gonna do switch, switch, open as much as you can, okay? You need to keep your arms there to hold your legs, that's fine. But remember, turning away, not inward, away. Switch, switch, open, 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 switch, switch, open, switch, open, 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 open. Okay, go ahead and do that a few times and stretch out a little bit. Flex your feet. Okay. For this next one, I'm just gonna close your legs, open, stretch together. So basically like what we do with our leg stretches on the floor, where we're turning out into a point, open, first, together, up. Same thing. So coming down, open, up, together, down, open, up, together, close, open, up, together, down, open, up, together. Now we'll reverse. Okay, so from here, you're gonna go open, down, together, up, open, down, together, open, down, together, open, down, together, up, open, down, together, up, open, down, together, up. Very good. Stretching out. Now that we've done a little bit of endurance, you're gonna just stretch it out. So stretch it as much as you can. Feel your thighs moving to the side, your stomach down, every inch of your body down, stretching, just becoming this long, long line. Okay? We're gonna hug our knee. Hold it there for a second. And then you're going to open it. So here it's fine that you have it straight. You don't have to have it turned up. Just open it as high as you can. Okay? Really stretching it. Just make sure your knee is straight. If this is as far as you can go, that's okay. I just need you guys to feel a stretch. That's all I'm asking. Okay? Knee down and close. Switch the leg. Bring it towards your body. Hold it there for a second. Stretch it out. Hold it for a while. Closing. And dropping it. Now we're going to work on it through the side. So bring it to a passe, a retiré. Hug your knee to the side and opening it. Okay, if this is how far you can go, that's fine. Now, because it's to the side, make sure, I don't know if you can tell, don't let that happen. So actually, I can see that my camera is just glaring a little bit. So I'm going to try from a different position. Hopefully this works better. Better lighting. We're working on getting some lighting here in the garage. Okay, so I'll do it from this angle so you can see me. Okay, now, as I was saying, since you're grabbing your leg from the side, don't let this hip start to roll through that direction. So when you grab it through the side, make sure this is flat. If you need to hold your hip down, the opposite hand, go ahead and do that. And stretch it out. And don't let your leg go down. Keep it diagonal. Back to passe. Retiré. Down. Switching. Up passe. Let's close to your body as you can, holding it open, making sure that hip doesn't move, and down. Very good. Now we're going to try to do it without holding. So we're going to go up passe. We're going to go front first. Same exercise we did earlier. Your heel is going to lead. Your inner arch is going to lead. So stretching it all the way straight, as high as you can go, and making sure the opposite leg doesn't move. Coming back to passe and straight down. Switch. Up into a passe, leading with your heel, not moving your other leg. Back down, together, to the side. You're gonna bring it up to passe, leading with your heel. Now, if you wanna make it high, what you do is you bring your knee up first and then open with your inner arch. Come back down to a very high retiré, to your knee, retiré, and down. Okay? Up, high, open. Not moving the other side. Back down, and close. You can go ahead and do that a few more times, whatever you need to do. Okay, and let's do some kicks. We're going to do a few kicks straight and a few kicks to the side. Kicking and down, switch, kicking, down. Now make sure you're not arching your back, everything is flat down. Kick, 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 and kick. Now to the side. Again, this is a diagonal. You don't want to move to your sides. So kick, kick, kick. Turning out every time. Kick, 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 and kick. Very good. Alrighty, so I definitely feel some stretching on my hips. Now for this last thing, it's gonna be a little easier. So let's see, I'm gonna do it for this diagonal. So what you're gonna do is you're going to keep your heels together and toes not pointed, but right there on the floor. So I don't know if you can see. So like this. And you're gonna try to keep your knees down as close as you can. And we're just gonna stay there. So again, feeling gravity just pull you down. If you have someone at home, you can always ask them to help you push your knees down. Keep in mind, if it starts to hurt, let them know, hey, that's enough, I don't want to stretch more. Just hold it there or lift it up higher, whatever you need to do. But feel that hip just expanding downward, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do pliés, like if we're standing up. So your heels and your foot are gonna come straight down and you're gonna keep your knees there. Keep your back straight, your tummy in. So you're gonna push, 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 all the way down. Heels together, you're still in first position. And then you're gonna lift up. Heels together, lift. Your knees are going to come downward. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. So my kneecap is right here. Okay, and again. Push, 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 and really feel like you're pushing something. If you need to push a chair or something, you can go ahead and set up a chair right there so you can push it. And then lifting, lift, 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 lift. And pushing down, push, 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 push. And lifting up, pull, 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 pull. And pushing. Push, 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 push. Very good. And now we'll be doing the rest of it standing up. Okay. So we're gonna do just a few regular stretches that you guys have done before. So one is just a small lunge. Let me bring the camera a little lower. Good. Pushing down, down, down. Keeping that straight, not lifting your heels. You feel a pull on your calves. Switching. Very good. If you have a wall, putting your toe up. I don't know if you can see. Let me use the other side. Toe up. And just pushing, 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 pushing. Just to work on that arch in your calves. Pushing, 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 pushing. Very good. Now, we're going to do some pliés again, but this time from a second so you have better balance. If you need to hold on to something, go ahead and hold on to something. I'm just going to go all the way down as far as you can, making sure that you're not plying from here, but that you're plying so that your leg is doing a 90-degree angle. And hold it there. That's going to open your hips. The more 180 you do, the better. Just hold it there. Do a little bounce. And coming up. And coming down. Coming up. Coming down. Coming up. And you want to make sure your knee is going over your toe. Now, since it's 90 degrees, it's not going to go over, but you're still going to be aligned with your foot. Now, don't clench your butt inward, just let it drop downward. Very good. Now we're just going to do some knee pulling up. You can do it flat, you can do it pointed. But what you're going to do, you're just going to bring your leg into a high knee. Okay? Up, 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 up. Switch. Up, 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 up to the side. Up. So this is past here, okay? Or as high as you can. Up, up, switch. Up, 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 switch. Very good. Relaxing. The last thing we're going to do, it's going to be a cool down. Now, don't feel uncomfortable to do this, but we're going to be moving our hips and our legs. So you're just going to push to the side, just your hip. Push, 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 left. Push, 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 push. Now to the front. Push, push, push. To the back, 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 back. Now going side to side, to side, to side. What you're allowing to do is you're keeping your knees bent, so you're working on your legs, but also you're working on your hip flexibility. So I know this isn't ballet, but trust me, it's a good stretch to help improve. Then front and back, front and back, front. And the more you bend your knees, the more glide you get. Now, we're going to do front, side, back, side, front, side, reverse, front, here, back, here, here, front, side, side, front, side, back, side, and now circle. Just allowing your hips, making sure you're bending your knees. You're going around and you're not moving your upper body, and reversing it. The reason we're doing is for the next thing that we're going to do, which is in our legs. So I took some belly dancing, and it really helped with working out that turnout. So what you're going to do first, you're going to make sure you plant your toe, and you're going to allow your knee to go around and letting that hip circle outward. Okay, so just letting that knee push. Okay, so we'll be doing a little bit of that belly dancing I mentioned. And it's not for the sake of learning belly dancing, this is for the sake of stretching. And we're gonna bring it in this time. So bring it in, 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 in. Well, let's do the other leg, pushing away, pushing away, pushing away, pushing away, pushing away, pushing away, away, and away. Now inward, in, 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 in. Now for that figure 8. So you're gonna have your leg out here, and I want you to imagine doing a figure 8. So you're gonna go towards one side, around, and then you're gonna go towards the back and around. So around and around, around and around. Really digging down. I'm thinking of turning in, this is fine, and your turn out. So turning in, turning out, turning in, turning out, and moving your hips. But believe it or not, as much as we don't use our hips in ballet, we have to keep still, they're still a crucial part of our dancing. And without that hip flexibility, we don't get too far. Okay, now left leg, in, out, figure 8, figure 8, figure out, figure 8, figure 8 in, figure 8 out, figure 8 in, figure out, in, out, in, out. Okay, so that's basically belly dancing, but we're not going to get into the fast of it. It was just to move your hips. So right now for me, I feel stretching right here and right here, which is good. Now, a couple other things that you can do that I didn't go over in class, so that you can work on, and I definitely recommend it, that you're going to keep flat here, and you're going to just stretch, and you can do a parallel first. Okay, just pushing it. Okay, and then when you're ready, turning it out. Okay, doing it a couple of times. And you can also do that stretch where we go from a passe, lift the knee, stretch, bring it down, and slide down. Okay, that is definitely something that you can do to your side. You also, this is not an aerobic workout, but you also work on your inner and outer hips. Okay? And whenever you feel ready, you can work on your grand pas, front, your sides, and your backs. You can even do your grand pas from a passe. So you do passe, kick out. And you do kick out, passe, and in. You can also do your extensions. Passe, devant, in, out, or passe, stretch, coming down, or holding it, coming back into passe, and coming back down. You can do that as much as you can to work on that rotation. You can do leg swings where you just allow your leg to swing while still turning out. Turning out, turning out, turning out, turning out. And basically anything that requires turning out, whether it's tendus, dégagés, tendus, I said tendus, tendus, dégagés, or rondejons, it's definitely going to help you work on your inner thigh workout. Okay? Alrighty. Turn this off. So that is it for our leg workout. So you just have to make sure that in everything you do, because this was a lot of working out in our legs, that you drink water, you drink any vitamins or calcium that you need to help with the ligaments and your bones, because we have a lot of tendons and ligaments in our thighs. And this might be a fact that you might not know, but us dancers, we use our muscles, our ligaments and our tendons in a very different way than other people or people in sports do. We use our quads and we develop muscles that a soccer player or a football player doesn't have. And it's for the same reason why they tell football players or any person in sports to do ballet, not for the balance and grace, but for that muscle development and that stretching and that agility that'll help them endure much more when they're out in the field or whatever sports they do. So if you're in another sport, I definitely would recommend dancing. But if you really want to get the best stretching, it has to be ballet, because ballet is the fundament, the base, the foundation of all these other dances out there. And if you go in any other a dance studio that teaches a different style of dance, you're going to see that their stretching is still the same thing. You still do tendus, you still do ankle rolls, you do some workout with the thighs. So again, make sure that you're working very well, that you never get in a position that you're overdoing yourself, that you're hurting yourself. You take your time. It's not a race. You do it at the best of your ability, because I know some of my dance students or viewers could be probably over the age of 50, 60, 70, even much older. So their stretching and flexibility is not like it was when they were younger, or it wasn't developed from the beginning, but it still helps them. And I think the more that you work out from the beginning till the end, or even until you're at an old age, the better quality of life you're going to be, because you're still moving your joints, you're still allowing that fluids to come up and down, those ligaments, those tendons, everything is still moving. You're never too old to dance. That's what I think. So make sure you're eating well, drinking enough water, getting enough exercise. If you're unable to go outside, you can always look back at some of my older videos, do some of the allegros or fast moving stretches on the bar, or in this case, holding a chair. You'll get somewhat close to the same endurance than if you were jogging outside or running, if that was the lifestyle you had before the whole virus came about. So thank you again for taking class. I hope to see you again next week. I think we'll be starting classes online, via Zoom. So I will get to see you guys physically, and we're gonna do the best we can. So everyone, please be safe and take care of yourselves. Bye, everyone.